Hey guys, welcome back to Tacoma Lifestyle. This is Jordan. We have Colby's 2024 Toyota Tacoma build. A lot has changed to this since the last time you guys saw it on our YouTube channel, so we figured we'd do another walk around showing you guys everything that we've added to this truck in the last few months of owning it. Okay, so starting off on the front of the build, the first thing you're gonna notice about this truck from the last time is it is now black. So we've done a wrap on this truck. We did a satin black with a gloss topography look. We absolutely love the way that this turned out on the truck. As you know, like we went ahead and wrapped a lot of the hood scoop, the mirrors, the fenders in a gloss black when we first picked up the truck. So we wanted to do something that kind of continued with that black theme that we were doing. So we went gloss black on the topo, and then satin on the rest of the wrap. Wraplander up in northern Utah helped us out with this wrap. He did an amazing job. Love the way that it turned out, but that is the first thing that you'll kind of notice about this truck. It's really changed the presence of it. Continuing on with just a couple of things that you'll notice off the bat is we've added a ton of lighting to this truck. So first thing you'll see up here is this Dow Dynamics 7-pod crosslink light bar. This is in the driving combo pattern. This is the brightest light bar that I have ever seen. We love these light bars. We run them on a ton of our rigs, and following along with the theme of Dow Dynamics on this build, we also have Dow Dynamics pod light or ditch lights right here. These are also a combo pattern on both sides. And then coming down here, we got the Dow Dynamics Stage Series light bar kit for the Toyota Tacoma. It replaces the factory fog lights down here with a Dow Dynamics Stage Series light bar. And then we also got the 18-inch Dow Dynamics Stage Series light bar down here. These are a little bit different than the pod lights. They don't offer a backlight, but we still love how bright these things are. This kit is super easy to install. We love all the Dow Dynamics lighting. A ton of our rigs here are running it. So we love, love, love everything about that. One more thing of lighting that we did add to this truck is a Tacoma Lifestyle Fang light. These are not out yet, but they will be soon. So make sure you keep an eye out on our website for those. We absolutely love the way that these look. They're sequential. They're super bright. You can option them between white and amber. We love these things. We're super stoked for you guys to get your guys' hands on them. And then moving over to some of the armor that we have up front on the truck, we are running a CBI covert bumper for the 4th Gen Tacoma. Cool thing about this bumper is it can be optioned with a bull bar and without a bull bar. Colby decided to go without the bull bar. He liked the way that that looked personally. If it were my truck, I would do the bull bar. And then we also have full CBI skids underneath this truck as well. So CBI, we've loved working with them. We've worked with them for a long time. So we decided to do all CBI Prinsu products on this build, and they have been super tough on all of the trails that we've taken them on. Haven't had any issues with those. Inside of this CBI covert bumper, we have a Smitty-built winch with a Factor 55 Ultra hook right here, just in case we do have any issues where we need to have a winch. Luckily, we haven't had to use it yet, but we do have it. We're ready. We've been running these winches on the 3rd Gen Tacoma build and also our flagship 4Runner build, and we did have to use it last winter getting one of our employees out. So we love these products. They work really well. One more bit of recovery gear that I forgot to mention are the Tacoma Lifestyle D-rings right here. This is super great if you do happen to be the one that gets stuck or you're having to yank someone out. These D-rings are super awesome. They're really strong. Definitely recommend always keeping one with you when you're out on the trail. So we got 2 of them up here. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump to the side of the truck where we can talk about wheels, tires, suspension. All right, so moving over to the side of Colby's build, one of everyone's favorite things about the 2024 Toyota Tacoma is the ability to fit larger wheels and tires. So On this truck, we are running a Yokohama Geolander mud terrain. It is a 35 by 12.5, and it is sitting around a Nomad Sahara machined wheel that's a -10 offset, and it's by 8.5 wide. So we love the wheel and tire setup on this truck, especially with the matte black look now. The machined wheel really pops. So we love the way that this turned out. To get these tires to fit, especially with a -10 offset, we did have to do some trimming. So up front, we did similar to a Viper cut, not quite as aggressive as you would do on the 3rd or 2nd gen Tacoma, and we still might even need to take off a little bit more. It still rubs a little bit when we take it off road. And then on the rear, there is a crash bar back here. It's 2 bolts, you just take that out, and then you're able to clear the rear room pretty well. Something interesting about this truck that you might have noticed in the first kind of walk around video we did with this is the stock wheel is actually a positive offset. This truck sits really wide, so doing a negative offset on this truck really gets the wheels to poke out from the truck. So if you look at this truck on a straight on angle, you'll see that there's a lot of offset. It looks really aggressive. We love the way that it looks, but if you were to do your own Tacoma build looking at like a 0 offset wheel, you'll still get a lot of poke. It'll still give you a really aggressive stance, and you might not need to do as much cutting. Now, as far as suspension goes, we are running a ready lift, just puck lift up front. Gets the rear end a little bit higher so we can clear these tires. Now, there are a ton of suspension kits that are becoming available for this truck. We are working with a couple of different manufacturers right now to get a true lift kit, lift suspension on this truck. I won't say who yet, but there are a bunch of manufacturers that have done upper control arms, full-on shocks, lower control arms. We're really excited to try these out on this truck and kind of get it out on speed or at speed and see how they perform. So we'll keep you updated when we do upgrade the suspension up front, but for now, just a ready lift, spacer lift up front. Okay guys, so continuing on to the side of the build, we have a ton going on right here. So up top, got the Prinsu Pro roof rack. Prinsu has been offering their standard roof rack for a few years now. Recently, they did a big refresh with the Pro, a little bit stronger on the side fairings. They redesigned the crossbars. We love it, so we're running it on our as our main roof rack up here. You'll also notice that we have these window deflectors. These are Tacoma Lifestyle window deflector, not yet available for the 4th gen Tacoma, but it will be soon. So again, make sure you stay tuned on our website. We're gonna have these out very soon for you guys. Continuing on with that Prinsu CBI theme, normally we do have sliders right down here. It's the CBI Overland series rock sliders. Colby's actually taken them off just a few days ago, so we don't have them on right now, but super awesome slider. The cool thing about this truck is it has pre-threaded holes that you can bolt sliders into. So if you have a 3rd gen Tacoma or a 2nd gen Tacoma, you know that the bolt-on sliders can kind of be a pain to put on. The pre-threaded holes make that install super easy. So we did have CBI Overland rock sliders on this build, but they're not on right now. I'm sure we'll throw them on in the future. Continuing on to the back, we got a CBI bed rack. Now this is one of the big additions to the truck. It's pretty new. It's changed a lot from this truck kind of being just a basic built out Tacoma to a full Overland build. We're able to mount our rooftop tent, which is a Free Spirit Odyssey rooftop tent, up on the top of that bed rack. And then Colby really likes to fly fish. So we got a little trestle fly fishing case on right here. He loves this thing, but that bolts on directly to the bed rack as well. So something that you'll definitely want to have if you're doing longer Overland trips is an extra gas can. So we have the Rotapacks. These are actually two 2-gallon gas tanks right here, and they connect together. We have them just mounted onto that CBI bed rack. So we love having these. Then we also have a shovel just in case we need to get buried or maybe need to dig ourselves out. We actually have had to use this before on a trip down to southern Utah where we got the 4Runner stuck. So it is useful to have this. Rear suspension, we didn't really do anything to it, but like I said earlier, we are working with a few companies. There's one company in particular that has come out with a lot of really cool stuff for the 4th gen Tacoma that we're hoping to work with here soon. So stay tuned on that. The cool thing about the 4th gen Tacoma is they redid the suspension setup, the rear suspension setup on this truck, going from a leaf spring to a coil spring. So you got links up front here and then coil springs that the truck sits on. So a lot of cool new products coming out for that, and we're super excited to test them out on this truck. And that's kind of the rear setup we have going right now. We also have Dow Dynamics rock lights on all 4 corners of this that are super bright at night, really help shine around the wheels and tires so we can know where different rocks are, especially at night. They're really helpful. But yeah, that's the whole kind of side setup of the truck. Okay, so we did do a couple of things to the bed of this truck, so we want to get in here, just show you guys a couple of things that we did. All right, so first thing you'll see is there are bed stiffeners on this truck. Now, with these newer Tacomas, pretty much 2nd gen, 3rd gen, and 4th gen, they use a composite bed. It's not necessarily as strong when you throw like bed racks or a shell or a camper on it, and they'll tend to bow out. So to help protect against this, a lot of people will throw in bed stiffeners, so that's what we did on this build. We got the Cali raised 4th generation Tacoma bed stiffeners. Really easy install, but that keeps the bed from bowing out when we throw a big rooftop tent and bed rack on it. Continuing on with all the Cali raised, we got a Cali raised front bed molly panel. This was one of the easiest installs I think I've ever done. It gives you a lot more storage capabilities by throwing like an axe or even like a jack back here. You can just tether it to the back, keep it out of the way of everything. We haven't really thrown too much on this yet, but I'm sure that we will in the future. And then we also have a ton of lighting back here. The really cool thing about the 4th gen Tacoma is they all have this bedside lighting on the 2 sides and then up top. But Colby wasn't really satisfied with that, so he threw in 2 more Dow Dynamics rock lights back here. So this is a kit that they offer on our website, so make sure you grab that if you want to get some more lighting in your truck. But that's pretty much all we have going on in the bed of the truck. Something I did forget to mention about the bed rack, we are running Max Tracks on the other side. So keeping up with that theme of recovery gear with those Rotopacks, we also have Max Tracks. All right, so we've pretty much covered everything on the outside of the vehicle. Now we want to jump into the inside of the vehicle. We've done not too many mods, but there are 2 mods I think are pretty awesome if you have a 4th gen Tacoma, so let's go check them out. Okay, so we're now on the inside of Colby's build. We've done a couple of things to this truck since the last time you guys saw it, and we're really excited for all of the different interior mods that are coming out for these 4th gen Tacomas. So the first things first, we got new interior lighting. Now, on the 4th gen Tacoma, the interior lighting really isn't that great. I would probably go to say it's the dullest of all of the interior lighting on the previous gen Tacoma up until now. So that was one of the first things we did, is we upgraded the interior lighting on here. So we went with the Miso Customs dual color interior lights for the Toyota Tacoma. You get 2 map lights and a dome light. And the cool thing about these is you can switch between red and white LEDs, and they're both incredibly bright. So we love these. We're running these on a lot of different builds here, but we just got them installed on the 4th gen Tacoma. Doing it on the 4th gen was a little bit more difficult than previous models of the Tacoma, but it's still doable, and it actually really wasn't that bad once we got into the install. So love these lights. Moving on from the lights though, we do have these Mace topography, we do have these Mace topography volume knobs. There's not a whole lot of knobs going on the interior of the 2024 Tacoma. You do get them for like the AC and the volume and your 4-wheel drive, but we do have these Mace volume knobs. Super small like mod, but I really like the way that it looks, and they're just a lot better than the OEM ones. So we're running that. Big difference on the door sides though, we got the Taco vinyl door skins. This is actually a really useful mod if you have like a dog. A lot of the times these doors get really scratched up over time, and these door skins really do a great job at keeping them in good condition, especially if you do go to resell your truck in the future. You just peel these things off and your truck is as good as new. We have like custom door skins on here, so it's got our logo, got a Trevor scheme on the lower part of the door skin, but we love them. It's a super cool thing to have, kind of personalizes the truck, and we have those on our website as well. So we love this truck. We're super excited to see what else comes out for this Tacoma, especially on the interior. I feel like there's a lot of really cool things you could do. But if you liked anything you did see on the build, make sure to stop by our website, tacomalifestyle.com. You can find everything on this truck in the website or linked below. Okay guys, so that has been the walk around of Colby's 2024 Tacoma build. We've absolutely loved having this thing for the last few months. We know there's just going to be more and more aftermarket support as they continue to build these things, and we're super excited to see what a bunch of these companies come up with. If you guys want to see more of this build, make sure to follow Colby on Instagram. His Instagram account is Tacoma Colby. We'll make sure to link it below. You can also see more of it on our Instagram page, Tacoma Lifestyle, and our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel just to see more of what we're doing with this build. We love taking it out around Utah, testing its capabilities, as well as testing a bunch of different products on it. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like this video and share it with your friends. And if you like any of the merch that I'm wearing, make sure to head over to TacomaLifestyle.com and pick up a hat or a t-shirt. Thanks again for watching, guys.